This is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here, and you're listening to the Everblack Podcast.
Hey, human skull, this is odorous from Guam.
Going to the Fear Factory.
This is George Corey from Under Fisher.
This is Gatsby Double Drop.
This is Wade from Our Last Enemy.
Mike Nick from Suicidal Tendencies.
Hey, this is Wednesday 13. This is Rex from Club Emerald Hill.
This is Gary from Sepultura. You're listening to Everblack Podcast.
Before we go into this episode of the Everblack Podcast, we just need to give a shout out to our show supporters, the occult clothing brand Electric Witch, who have amazing apparel from shirts to hoodies to hats to beanies, dresses and more. Check out their full range at electricwitch.com.au and put in the code Everblack for 20% off your order. Also, don't forget to subscribe, rate and review the Everblack Podcast on Spotify and iTunes podcast streams, and see all our video interviews on the Everblack YouTube channel. You can also read all our articles and reviews at everblack.com.au. All right, on with the show. My name's Nev, anyway, dude. So welcome to the Everblack Podcast. Evergrey, Everblack. Hey, man, how's that?
Maybe next album, huh?
You never know. Well, buddy, it's awesome to have you on the show. Thanks for joining us. The new Evergrey album, Escape of the Phoenix, is epic, dude, and it sounds massive as hell. And, it kicks in straight up, man. I was driving to it, first time I heard it, and it punches, man. It sounds like a band that's just firing on all cylinders. Does it feel like that with this album as well? I mean, it's just strong, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to have a grasp of what an album is like, because I really don't like to listen to it after I'm done with it too. So, but at the same time I have to, because I have to get prepared for things like this. So, for me, I think the first word that comes to mind when I listen to it, preparing for this, is like, it sounds hungry. It sounds eager. It sounds like it has an intention to do something. It's and whatever that is, I don't know. But I'm happy with it. It sounds energetic and hungry. Yeah,
that's the word, man. Yep, totally. And as I said, it kicks. Like it's got so much energy and power behind it. It's such a great album, man. I've been really digging it since it came out. And having everything go on in the world with the pandemic, did you put more focus on a set of songs, or do you find yourself write a whole bunch of extra tracks that you've had so much material to choose from this time around? I mean,
for us, it didn't really change that much in terms of our process for writing for the album, because I wrote the first ideas for this album in December 2019. So going into the pandemic period, whenever that started, like February, we were already like, we knew that we would be in the studio like 2 years before that. So so we were already scheduled to be in the studio from February to October, basically. So for us, we had already been prepared. So the change that I saw it made for us was that we were able to concentrate on being just in this creative bubble instead of traveling. Hold on 1 second. Then you got some lovely tracks from my recording desk. I don't know what the fuck happened, but never mind.
Aliens.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna turn it off. Yeah, so what it gave us was peace of mind. We didn't have to travel to, wherever, Australia, America, and Brazil, in the midst of trying to create another piece of music. So, which we usually do. So for us, if I could have it 100% like I would want it to have it, it would be like this. Have the time to be just creative, and then I've become the touring musician after that.
Not the stop and the start.
Exactly. You lose focus, It's like cooking a meal and then running to the store in the midst of it, buying something that you forgot. It's like fucking useless.
And then you got to nuke it in the microwave again. And
exactly.
Hey, it can still taste good, but
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And it's not something that you would want to be, not having, but maybe not at that time.
That's right. That's exactly right. And of course, what's the meaning behind the title for you guys?
Well, of course, everybody knows the sort of mythological phoenix bird. So that story, taking that from, I felt sorry for the bird. So that's a damn sad fate to have, being burnt at the stake every day and then sort of get resurrected the next day, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what if it doesn't even want to get resurrected, you know? Let's free this bird. That was the idea, you know. So and then I sort of put it in a human context where that sort of resembles, you know, human life in a way where we're stuck at a, you know, in a period of our lives or whatever it might be, and then just want to get the hell out of there, you know. So that's what I told my artwork guy, and he ran with that idea and put I mean, on the cover of the actual album, it's not a bird anymore. It's I guess it's a man. So.
I like that metaphor. No, it's good. No, it's really good. And of course, there's the book version that I saw. Was that? Oh, mate.
Yeah, that's nice. Really nice.
You guys took a hell of a lot of care in putting that together. And there was only like 100 of them?
1,000.
Oh, 1,000. Okay.
Sold out. Already sold out. So, yeah.
Mate, that's even crazier. How long did it take to put that together?
I don't know. Actually, I don't do it. I just I don't have anything to do with that. I mean, I approve the work when they put because it's filled with like 200 photos of the recording sessions, and you know, so and a bunch of other cool stuff and a vinyl and whatever. So it's all actually up to the label to construct those things. But yeah, it's a nice collector's item to have. We did it for the last album too, and it's nice for me to have to be able to go back later and we did this, you know, when I'm fatter and older.
Do you still get excited when that stuff comes through, and you sort of open the box and you know?
Well, it depends on the mindset I'm in. If it's like I've been doing 12-hour interviews talking about the damn thing, I'm not that excited. But yeah, I mean, of course, I mean, you have to remind yourself that you're privileged to be able to do this and have, you know, people that like what you do. I should get word when the phone is dead, you know, not when it's ringing the most. So, but yeah, of course I get excited, but I'm mostly excited about the creative process and being a musician and writing music, not so much about the other business of things, to be honest. So.
Yeah, of course. No, I totally understand that. And I mean, you've got James LaBrie on here as well, which is incredible, mate. The both of you sounding together, like singing together, just it's just amazing. Like, how did that come about?
Well, first of all, I'm extremely happy with the result. James is a gentleman, and I wouldn't say we're friends, but we're friendly colleagues. At least we toured together, and we known each other for 20 plus years. So, and also having him as a role model when I was growing up, I started Evergrey because of Dream Theater, and then we quickly realized that we weren't at all as able to them as them playing our instruments. So we had to, you know, create our own fucking sound, you know. So we did that. So in part, Dream Theater is responsible for the way Evergrey sounds in a way. So yeah, long story short, we were in our Evergrey studio quite late in the process of writing the album, and this song came, and this part came up where James come in, and I said, we should have a guest vocalist, and pretty much in the same voice, all of us in the room. It was all the full band, 5 of us. It should be James. It's like a what do you call it? An epiphany, something.
Yeah.
Something reminded us of him or made us think of him. So, which was, I mean, that's just magical in my world. And I went home and I wrote him an email and I told him about the story and about the lyrical idea I had for it. And then I got to, and he said yes, because he loved what he heard. He's always been a fan of the band. So, and then I got to write melody lines for a voice that I known for 30 years and pretty much I know how I want him to sound, and I wrote it exactly like that. And then I adapted my harmonies to his rhythms, basically. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Now, being such a fan, you would have, like, he's an amazing vocalist. Both of you guys, as I said, together is incredible. So hearing those tracks, getting that track and hearing it all together must have been just a special moment for you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's one of those moments that I will cherish for the rest of my life, and it's one of those moments that I will remember looking back at my career when I'm older and fatter again, which is pretty soon actually. No, but I mean, just to solo the voice when I got the files from it, it's one of those beautiful. It's just a lovely thing, basically.
Yeah, man.
It's one of those things that you. I wouldn't say you close the end of a chapter, but it's like fulfilling a circle or whatever. It's like, yeah, he inspired me to start doing this, what I'm doing, and 30 years later, I'm basically doing the same thing, and he's too, and now I can hear his voice on my music. It's great.
That's awesome. So the last couple of albums seems to have a water or ocean theme, where this seems to be, obviously fire. Is there a pattern that you're playing with here? Is it like going to carry on to the next ones?
Well, there were. I mean, the prior 3 albums was one concept. So the last 7 years, I've been writing about the same thing, and in the midst of that concept, we created this thing also where we would write about these 4 elements. But since this is not the 4th chapter of the trilogy, we stepped away from that. But I mean, this would be the earth, the soil album, if anything, coming from the water and the fire and the wind before that. Storm Within, Hymns for the Broken was the fire, the Atlantic was the water, and this one is not in the concept at all. So, but it would have been a cool idea.
I like it, man. It's really cool. Well, of course, as I mentioned before, I think you've got one of the best voices in metal, and something that you've crafted and perfected over many, many years. This is probably a question that you've been asked before, but a question I ask all vocalists that, what was that moment that you discovered your voice? I call it the Peter Parker moment, where you discover your superpower.
I haven't had it yet.
No?
No, for me, honestly, I mean, yes, today I recognize myself as a singer, but for me, at the same time, I started singing in Evergrey 2 weeks before the first album because we didn't have a singer. So, and going forward from that, it's just been an instrument for me to that makes it possible for me to get what I have within me out, basically. I'm not a singer in that sense. I don't look at myself like a singer. I look at myself as a musician, and singing is a part of it. The same goes for my guitar playing. And I'm not like Henrik, the other guitar player. He's like this big ass nerd when it comes to guitars, and he has 200 guitars. I have 20 guitars, but I have them for a purpose. I have them because they sound in this way or do this for me. And the same with my voice. That said, yes, I love to sing, and it's also one of those things that I have the most control over today, as far as being a musician. I would say I'm a better singer today than a guitar player. And before I never even presented myself as a vocalist. I said I'm the guitar player in a band called Evergrey. Oh yeah, and I sing too. So yeah.
But your voice is so strong. Like, obviously, you've got those influences like, James LaBrie and things like that. But how did you perfect it? Like, where is it? Just over years of
years of making albums and touring and perfecting it. Yeah, thanks. But not for in my world. I'm very limited still and very. But I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I understand that people like my voice, and I do too. So I like but I like mostly what it can do for me. It does things for me. It makes me sound in a way that how I see it and hear it in my head. So,
right, that's awesome. But hey, people love your voice, man. So hey, you got to.
I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And of course, it's also this year, I believe it's the 20th anniversary of In Search of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I don't know. Probably is. 2001. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Where all the time go, really? But that album was influenced by Communion. Is that right? Like Alien? Yeah. Like, have you put a lot of thought into that? Have you had any experiences yourself that sort of kicked?
No, I was just very affected by the book. And even more so about the fact that how Whitley, took on his own dark psyche and tried to, understand how he could be going through something like this. So for me, it was more about the darkness of his psyche more than. Well, I love the story too, but it was more about. I understood that he went through a big ass trauma. No matter what you believe in, he is still believing that he went through this, and that was the sort of key essence that I took from the story and put into a human context even more. Talking about self-doubt and feeling alienated and so forth. So, and I guess that's what I've been writing about for all of the albums for the last 26 years. And coming to the Escape of the Phoenix, maybe when I was writing before, I was writing from a perspective of I was writing about solitude and loneliness from a perspective of desperation and sadness and sorrow more than anything else. And today, this album, I think the big difference is that I write from a perspective of strength and self-esteem and power, and that makes the songs sound hungry and energetic, I guess.
It does. And do you find that writing that has helped you in a lot of ways? You look back at those songs and but at the same time, as music helps me. I'm here for the music, and lyric writing and vocal writing is just a part of that for me. A big part, of course, but yeah, it's a process. It's just I don't dissect it like that, like I like this part of. I like music. I like good music, and I like to think that I write good music, and hopefully some more think that as well. Well, I mean, you're still going after all these years, so that's evident. That's for sure. That's a good sign.
Yeah, and the fact is also that we're still growing. We never went. The curve didn't drop at any time. We're still. The Atlantic was our most commercially successful album. So. And this one is seeming to top it already. So yeah, it's all good.
It's exciting.
After 26 years, it's amazing.
Hey man, but you can see it. You can see the progression, and it's awesome. Some bands that don't do that. So in regards to of everything with the last 12 months, have you found yourself finding other hobbies outside of music to sort of balance things out and help you stay sane, or has it all just been music?
No, it's always just music. I've come to take an interest in the stock market. I don't know why. Maybe because I have some sort of disorder. I don't know. But and I started running, and must be a disorder because running fucking hurts and isn't fun at all. But no, I don't have room for anything else. It's I live, breathe, and eat and sleep music. So
that's the way. That's the way. Awesome. Yep. Awesome. What about hitting the road? Are you missing that at the moment, though?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's heart wrenching in a way. I mean, it's to not get this, the immediate response from our fans and from people appreciating our music This is the second part of why we are doing this. I mean, we write music for ourselves, but then we need to be able to perform it for people because that's what we do. That's what I've been doing for 30 years, playing music in front of people. So not getting to do that right now and not having them being able to watch us, it's sad, but it's also something that we will get through, and I think we're closer to an end than we were. I mean, very much closer to an end than we were just a couple of weeks ago. So
yeah, have you boys been jamming at all?
No, not at all. So we haven't played together, and we haven't been in. Yeah, we did during the music videos. That's when we met. So, but for the last year, we've been able to not have to hang with each other, which is also nice in a sense. No, but I mean, we're really taking advantage of everything that this period of time has given us, instead of looking at it from a perspective of what it took from us. We have received peace of mind and lots of time to concentrate on stuff where we would never have the time before.
It's going to be that first gig back's going to be pretty epic. I think.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have triple gigs per day. I think around the world, people are gonna perform in the morning and in the afternoon and at night because everything is full and everything will be sold out. And it's one of those great things. I'm gonna be like a post-war happiness, I think.
Yeah, man. I think so. Have you got dates booked? No.
Yep.
For
I
later
have
on?
5 weeks booked in October, November. So. But I don't know if that will happen. We'll see. If not, we'll have to postpone.
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope you can get back to doing what you love doing. When was the last time we saw you in Australia, though? That's the $1 million
Dude,
question.
that's like 20 years ago, right? No, I don't know. I can't even remember when it was. It was a long time ago.
I remember.
Too long.
I remember, but I don't remember when because I'm getting old.
I think it's like 2006. Maybe.
Oh, you know what
I
that
don't
is? That's way overdue.
Way too long.
Way too
Yep.
long. Yeah.
Yep.
So obviously, are we on the cards here for when everything comes back?
We're one of those bands that go wherever people want us. So it's a demand thing. So whenever people wants to see us, we will come for sure.
Well, we'll have the beers cold for you, mate, because we're hanging to see you guys again. Especially with this album, I just can't stop raving about it. I know everyone else raving about it. It's
yeah.
What a way to kick off the year, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, mate, it's been awesome hanging out with you. The new album, Escape of the Phoenix, is out now everywhere. Get it. All the links will be down here. And stay safe, and we will see you soon, I hope.
Thanks so much. Have a good day now.
You too, man.